little bit of clouds and it's out of focus. I have a different eyepiece in there that I'm trying to set up. Oops. It's actually quite a bit like a haze of clouds going by. You can see it every once in a while. The cool thing about this eyepiece is that I'm not zoomed in at all yet. Oh, I wish there wasn't so much haze in front so I could see if it was clear. But we can zoom way in once I get it focused. Wow. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Let's see here. Oops. It might wander a little bit. Hopefully it gets a little clearer though, because I want to zoom in. We can zoom way in. Not like we can see anything. It actually looks like there is clear sky coming. There's a lot of thick clouds in the way. Oops, I should just use the remote. I'm gonna be messing with it a little bit. Try to get the picture a little bit better. That actually might be a little better. There's like stripes of clouds, so it almost looks like lines of getting dark there. Oops, I'm gonna grab this. Can't believe no one's hopping in and watching. Well, I can. Because there's nobody in here watching. This is just my iPhone 6, my old broken, cracked screen iPhone 6. Not bad. I think it is gonna get clearer. In a couple minutes, we'll be able to get rid of all that haze. Or that's what it looks like anyway. My phone has the autofocus thing too, so it's hard to focus it because it just seems like it goes back and forth so much. I really have to make a stand for this remote. That's what I gotta do. Because every time I pick it up, it shakes the telescope. You can see the haze going by it there. It's almost, it's like above me now, the end of the haze. Oops, wrong way. Some thick haze going by. It almost looks like it's from jets. But I don't think it is, because I think I saw it earlier. It actually looks almost, the clouds look like a feather right now. Like a giant feather. Alright, it's way out of focus. Ooh, right there. Right there. Going a little bit further. Then it goes out of focus, I bet. Haze is almost gone. Alright, I'll be right back. I was hoping the haze would be gone by now. Almost. It's like at the end of it. Excuse me. See how clear it'll be when that haze is gone? It's all clear sky coming up. Yeah, that haze is almost gone. It's wintry out. It's right on the edge of it, and it's like, it's right on the edge of it. It's almost, it's kind of going a little bit different way than I was hoping, but it's gonna be clear in, I said 5 minutes ago probably. Real soon, we'll see. Trying to move it. Oops. I guess we'll look there for a while. I kind of feel like looking over at Pleiades. Or maybe Polaris. That jet's gonna cross Pleiades. Or no, not quite. It'll be to the right of it a little bit. I think we should check out some stars. I think I'm gonna, because there's a haze where the moon is, but if I look over a different direction, whoa. Hey, Gabriel, Mitten Ministries, how you doing? All right, we're gonna try to look at Pleiades. Whoops, hopefully my camera don't fall off of there. Yeah, it shouldn't. Okay, I don't know how to find it. Might be hard. Let's see. Oh, I think I should be able to see it through here. Might take a minute, sorry. I gotta find it. Oh, there it is. All right, we just gotta find the ballpark. I don't know if you can see it on there yet. I gotta lock this and without knocking my phone off of there. Where did it go? Okay. Should be, no, I can't see it. Oh, there we go. I think that's where it is. Oh man. It's cold out here. So I think I gotta go down. Or is that up? I'm just moving it with my hands. So that isn't working very good. There's a star over here. I'll try to see if we can look. Oh, there's a tree right in the way. Oh, I think this is Capella way back here. If my telescope tips that far. Let's see. It's a really bright one. If I can get it, if we can see it. Oh yeah, I will be able to see it. I gotta find it. It'll take a second. There's something there. Let's see. That's not it though. There it is. It should be right there somewhere. Whoa, man. Hard to hold it and lock it at the same time, the way that it is. There we go. Now I probably moved it. Actually, not that bad. Okay, we like this. Now finding it, I think I gotta take the eyepiece, and I was zoomed in on the eyepiece. Where is it? Sorry, this can't be all too entertaining for anybody that's watching. I apologize. And the moon's still in the haze. Somehow that haze is just hanging around. Okay, I think we're going back to the moon, guys. I can't find this star. It's my iPhone. It's not like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an iPhone. I like the iPhone, don't get me wrong. But it just ain't the same as like if I got a real camera. Whoops. Okay, now yeah, you can see the haze, but you'll be able to see what I did to the eyepiece. I got it not lined up, that's what I did. Okay, so see this right there? See that stuff that's being lit up? The moon's lighting that up. Where does the moon go? See? The moon's lighting that stuff up. Oops. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I gotta take the thing out again and show you what happens when I turn this. I'll have to line it up again, or maybe. Okay, hold on a minute. It's zoomed in a little bit more. I gotta focus it, and I gotta get it. It's hard to line it up because I got it just sitting on this, or I made this thing to hold it. And it works, but it's not like perfect. Let's see. But I'm not zoomed in at all, so as soon as we get it focused, see, that ain't that bad. There's like some color that's that bluish color, that's from my eyepiece, so pay no attention to that. That's just because I don't have like the most expensive optics. And I'm trying to make this work, basically. It's better than I used to have. There we go. All right, now, oops. There's still a little haze, but it's not as bad. See, we can zoom way in, but the farther you zoom, you lose the clarity, obviously. Yeah, Flat Dan, that's exactly what it is. See, if I just tip the eyepiece slightly, I can get, oops, see, it's actually the depth that I have it, I think. Oh, now I secured it all up. Oops. What did I do? Sorry, guys. I gotta take this off again. I pushed it in too far. If you got the same, I saw you said you had the same one. I'll bet you anything you've done this same thing then before. I bet you a lot of people have done this same thing. Oh yeah, from my camera. That's my the tracking motors on the scope. Actually, I think is what you're talking about. Okay, so now if I go in a little bit further, there we go. I can get it without that blue if I do it right. There we go. That's not bad, is it? It's a little out of focus probably. It's wandering. It's actually just settling it from me moving it around so much. I think I'll just leave it there for a minute. That haze, it's like a line right at the moon. Oh, so you do have a telescope? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does sound like the P900, doesn't it? I have one of those also. That's an awesome camera. I love that camera. I was filming that lunar eclipse. I think it was last year, and I think it was January 31st or something, somewhere around that time. And I just took my truck and I just drove out in the middle of a lake that I live by, and thought it'd be perfect out there because I could see, you know, there's no ground interference. So then I drove out there and it was so windy and so cold. It was, I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. Oh, sweet. It's getting clear now. The haze is almost gone. Yeah. It should be clear from this moment on, hopefully. I'm going to wiggle it around a little bit and make it a little better. See, and I'm not zoomed in at all, so if I get it just right. Yeah, I hear you. That I have trees pretty much around my area too. Right now it's a pretty good image, and I'm not zoomed with my phone at all. So I can still go. I'll show you full zoom. There, that's full zoom. It's not like it's not clear, but you get, it's kind of cool. Whoa, moves fast. Yeah, and I don't know how good it's focused. Like, I can change it a little bit, but it moves the scope when I do it. Whoops. I can slow that down though. Here, now this'll. That's the slow speed right there. Yeah, 238,000 miles away. You know what I say? Minneapolis is 23 miles from where I live. And by my bank where I go once in a while out in Elk River, it's 30 miles. And I can go up to the sand pits and put my camera there and point it at the city. And if it's not a clear day, you can't see the buildings. But if it's a clear day, you can just see the buildings. And I have pictures of like shadows of buildings, and they're actually not shadows. It's just 30 miles of air is, and I know the angle that we look at the stars and the moon and stuff is a different angles, and we're looking through less atmosphere and blah, blah, blah. Earth's flat. Get with it, people. The moon is a light. Look at it. That look like land to you? Where's the flag? I don't see a flag up here. I gotta zoom out a little bit though. That's kind of exaggerated, a little too much. Oops. There, that's a little better probably. Sorry for all the wiggling. Look how slow it'll move. Pretty nice. I gotta get it focused better. It's the wrong way. Man, my fingertips are getting cold already. I'm trying to get it just right. Did I go too far? I went too far. Yeah, right now it's I have it set I have like, it's really simple the way that I have it right now. You know what I should do is make a video and show you guys. But I have, okay, the stand that my scope is on. Let's just say you had like a flat table that you set the telescope on top on the stand, you know? And then I tip the stand to, I don't remember exactly, I think 47 degrees. Yeah, and this, with any telescope, the best way to do it, I think, if you're trying to just simply, like if you don't want to spend an hour setting everything up and you don't have a permanent spot or whatever, if you're just trying to take your scope out and just track the moon and get a video or watch it or whatever, the easiest way is to have a mount that tips, and where I'm at, I tip it to 40. Basically what you do is you point your telescope base, you point the center of that up at Polaris. And it's like an equatorial mount, I think they call it. But and then you only need one motor instead of the two. You only need the one, because what you do is you have it set to the ecliptic. Basically the path of the sun and the moon, you set the angle of the base of the telescope at that angle, and it doesn't have to be all that precise. Like I just pulled this out here and I adjusted the feet just a hair and just started going. So, and it's tracking pretty well. I mean, it's not, it probably wanders a little, but the closer you have it pointed perfect, the better it'll track. Because the sun and the moon, they are basically, you know, they say about the moon is about 5 degrees, that it goes, varies, and that's why sometimes we get in, you know, that's what they say, but from the ground, either way, that's what I think is funny when people, they want to debate the whole flat thing, and they're so against it, and then they're like, where's your proof? And I'm like, you're standing on my proof. You're standing on it. Get your car off of my proof. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, earthquakes, that's proof that the earth is stationary. Because if the earthquake means that it's moving, then when there's a non-earthquake, that's proof that the earth is not moving. This is simple. A 2-year-old can start learning these things. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying that there's a strong delusion where people are so in love with this lie. And it's simply just because they were born into it. So they don't feel comfortable believing what they actually can look and see. And it's all because of one thing: space. If we didn't try to go up into the heavens, we would not have this problem, and God's wrath would not come. But there's a place called Babylon up there that this world fell in love with, and it's a prison for devils. And it's in the firmament. They go in there and they think it's their playground, and it's actually a trick. They're bringing on their own destruction. And I guess, you know, the whole world. Space is just an opera. Well, and that's the thing, is I believe space is a real place, but it isn't what they think it is. It's, you know, the angels were cast down to hell and delivered or reserved till judgment under chains. Yeah, I get you, Flat Dan. That's basically the way I see it. I see it a little different than most flat earthers, but it's the same in the same. Like, we could all say space is fake because it's not a place for us. Yeah, I see what you mean, how they treat it. Yeah, and then we can't do anything. Yep, all those false gods up there. Mars, Jupiter, those are all just evil angels taking those forms to entice mankind to think something else, think a different reality exists. If those planets weren't there, I don't think anybody would be talking about spinning around the sun. I think it would be too hard to believe. Since the sun goes over our houses and our heads every day in the sky, we don't go around the sun. The sun goes in the sky, across. And people are so deluded that one of my friends from high school that was on my wrestling team, his son is really globe guy, and I said something on Facebook like, what is, and he's a mod on my channel, so it's not like I'm ripping on him. I'm just trying to point out that the globe is such a lie, and it takes our senses and perceptions away from us. I said something on Facebook like, the sun blank across, or the sun, I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I was saying the sun moves or it doesn't move. Like it was an A or B question, you know, you have multiple choice. And it was like, moves or doesn't move across the sky. And he said doesn't move. The sun doesn't move. We're moving underneath the sun or whatever. No, if you have a telescope, you can prove it to yourself that the sun and moon are moving. The stars are all moving. But the ground that this telescope is sitting on never moves, because otherwise, like, I'll do this actually I'm getting cold, so I'm probably going to do it now. Watch this. Okay, you hear the motors? I'm going to turn them off. Where are they? Oh, I can't find the switch, sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's just cold. Okay, turning it off now. You tell me if the sun and the moon, you tell me if the moon moves, or if I am carefully moving my telescope. No, I'm not moving my telescope. Bye-bye, moon. Since you're moving across the sky, obviously. That's why my telescope has the motors. Look how we spun around the sun today. Yeah, children know. That's what I say too. So who here would say that the moon is not moving? That would be an insane person. Because look at it. That's why we have eyes. That's why we have senses, because it's moving. And then now we really don't have the moon in there. All because I turned the switch off and turned my motors off. The motors that moved my telescope. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, Flat Dan.